Hello. In this video, I am going to show you how to go about purchasing Prodigy for Windows in a volume seat environment so that you can manage them within your organization to support persons with low vision. As you can see, I'm presently on our Prodigy for Windows page. This is the software only page, although we have three other configurations available. But on any of them, as you scroll down, there is a store link to make a purchase. And underneath the add to cart is the multi-seat licensing volume pricing available with a contact us link. This is because in order to do a volume order, we need some information in order to establish your account. So you will need to contact HumanWare directly or your local HumanWare distributor. When you do this, you will be provided with a form that will look exactly like what I'm showing you here. You need to complete this form in its entirety, which I'll do now so that you can see it completed. And we have completed our form with a date. Down below, I've created my organization name, Prodigy University. Very important is section 2, the license manager. We do require this information in order to establish the account. So you must name who your administrator of these seats will be. Don't worry, you can add additional seat managers later within your organization, but we do need one to get started. In this case, it is Prodigy Wizard. We're collecting a phone number in case there's any questions about the order that we need to address, and the email address. Very important that you include the email address of the person that you wish to manage these seats. Below that is the number of seats that are being acquired. Remember, Prodigy is available in multiple configurations, software only, with a document camera, with a camera and Surface tablet, with a camera and a PC. So it doesn't matter. You can mix and match all of those, but at the end of the day, you'll need a number of software to match whatever configurations you put together to meet your needs. Beneath that, I had to enter my purchase order number. And then importantly, there are some instructions for submission. In bold, underlined, italics here, include this form with your purchase order. Just attach this and submit it at the same time. If you don't, it's just going to cause a delay. So just submit this together with your purchase order. Once it's submitted, let's minimize this and come back to the right in my tabs here. Here is my Prodigy Wizard email address that we designated as our license administrator. So I have received an email to go ahead and activate and get started with my Prodigy for Windows software. So let's open the email and see what this is all about. So there's a brief introductory paragraph here. Beneath that, step 1, activate your Prodigy software account. So there's a link there. In yellow is an activation key that may be needed. You'll see why it's only says may be needed in just a moment. But what I'm going to do is create a password for my account and access it. And then step 2 is to click on the hamburger icon in the top right corner to access your organizational administrator dashboard. And then down below is a support page. And then also, if you want to use the Prodigy software, you can download it yourself right here with this link. So don't reply to this email because it's not a monitored mailbox. Just contact us directly using our contact form on our website. So let's click on this activate account link and go ahead and take care of that. So here we are on our account activation page. You'll see my email address is pre-filled into the box. There's that activation key. Again, you'll recall in the email it said it may be required. So it's already there. I guess I won't need to copy and paste that. And then there's a field here where I need to create a password for this account. I've typed in a password. I must confirm it down here as you frequently need to do. So let's go ahead and type it in twice there. And then we will click on activate. I am immediately brought to a profile page here. Let's zoom out a little bit on that. So welcome to Prodigy Wizard. That's me. The account that we just created. So there's some personal information. It's pre-filled with my first and last name, Prodigy Wizard. There is my contact email that I provided and my login credentials over here to the right. In the upper right, there's that hamburger menu that was mentioned in the email. So I don't even really need to go back to that email. However, if I do, I have it over here in this other tab. There was a link there as well. I'm going to go ahead and use the link in the hamburger menu here to go to my organizational administration dashboard. And here you will see we are now in our license management system. Welcome to Prodigy University. Recall from our forum, that's what we named our organization, and I am the organizational administrator for this account. So to orientate you to this, down the left is a menu of options to go to, but across the middle of the page are those same items. So I'm on the dashboard right now, so I see user groups to the far left, users, named users. You can see that I am a user, I'm listed there. Invitations, which we'll cover in a moment, and then licenses. So let's take a look at licenses first by clicking on that. And here you can see that I have my Prodigy software. It's valid. It's Prodigy University. I have them available for 2 years because I purchased an SMA for them. And then down here, they're floating seats, and I have 10 available. So that was what I indicated in my form, as you saw, and that's how many I've been given. So I have 10 seats of Prodigy software licensed to me right now. So our licenses are all set up properly. So I checked that first. Let's go back to our dashboard view. Now let's sort of look left to right here. User groups are very important. You are required to have user groups. And this is because you will assign your users to these different user groups. We automatically create a group for you so that you can assign the user so you don't have to think about it. However, I think it's best to go ahead and rename those. So let's click on this, and here you can see I've opened it up, and it is entitled to those licenses and using them. Let's go ahead and click on the edit in the bottom right corner of this dialog box. And here you can see that I can change the name of this group. So I want to call this, I'm going to call this Prodigy Elementary Users. And I'll just leave the, let's call the type, let's change it to students. Let's take a look at user groups. User groups are required because you will assign users to user groups as you begin to create them. This is nice because it allows you to begin to organize your organization. So in the case of, say, a school district, you can create elementary, middle school, high school level users, or within an individual school, you could designate first grade, second grade, third grade, or however you need to organize users. You will be able to create user groups. We automatically create one to get you started because it is required that users be assigned to a user group. So I can edit this group. I am using a development environment right now, so I can't edit everything, but in the version that customers receive, that you would receive, you can change any of this. But I'll open this up, look at the details, and click on the edit button here. And I'm just going to change this to Prodigy students, we'll call it. Okay. Now, because again, I'm in this development environment, I cannot edit the type here. However, you'll be able to create students, adults, however you want to create a type, you'll be able to change that if you want to, but I cannot because I'm using a development environment for this demonstration. So I'll just call this a test environment. That's what I'll describe this as. Okay, and we'll apply those changes, and you'll see it takes place almost immediately there. If you ever try to make a change and you don't see the change take effect immediately, to the right, look for this little reload data button, and you will see that everything has refreshed again there. So I now have a user group that's named Prodigy Students here. So let's go back to our dashboard again. Again, I was created as a user already, so that's fine. I can use a license if I want to, but we want to start dispersing our seats out to users of the software. And to do this, what we do is create what are called invitations. So let's go ahead and click the invitations link. This time I'll go over to the tree on the left and click on invitations, and you'll see that there are no outstanding invitations right now. So I need to create an invitation. Let's click on create. This opens a field where I can invite users. Now I can do these one at a time, which is what I'm going to demonstrate here today, but I can also do import via a CSV. Import via a CSV or comma separated values is as simple as just creating an Excel spreadsheet that has the recipient name. Typically it would be first and last name, and the email address in a second column. So column A, recipient's name, column B, their email address. Same thing that you'll see me put in here. So I am going to create a user here. We'll call this user Roger Steinberg, and I will input an email address. So that's the email address that I want to use. And down here, you'll see that I need to assign this user to a group. Now, presently, I only have one user type and only one user group. The checkbox at the top, if there was multiple groups, I could assign across all of the groups if I wanted to, but I'm just going to assign Roger to use from my Prodigy student group here. And down here, um, again, go back to when we were filling out the organizational administration form to establish your account. I noted that you could create additional administrators of your account. When I invite Roger here, see this checkbox, I would check that if I wanted him to be able to administer this account along with me. I'm not going to do that in this case. I'm just going to leave it as is. He will just be a standard user of the software. And down here, you'll see that Prodigy Wizard has invited you to create an account with Prodigy University. So they will go through the same process that we just went through a moment ago, where they create their username and password. The software will be installed, and then they'll use those credentials to access the Prodigy software and use it. So let's click on invite here, and an invite will be sent out, and you'll see that it is created down here and is now pending. So all of the invites that I send out will appear here. Let's take a look at what it looks like very quickly on the other end. I'm going to my account here, and we'll check my Gmail in this account. And of course, I have some spam mail here. We'll delete that. And so you can see, set up your HumanWare account. So RJ Steinberg has received their invitation, and now they'll follow the steps. They're going to download the software here. It's going to pre-fill the information that they need and prompt them. So it's a simple process to follow through these steps and get it installed. And it is going to pre-fill based on this invitation to get them up and running. So again, that will get them up and going. I'm going to quickly show you a second setup that I've created here, where you can see this is Rogers School instead of Prodigy University. But what I wanted to see was there are multiple user groups, and as your invitations are sent out and accepted, they will become named users and will show up in the column here. And you can go in and look at any of them. You can see that these are inactive users. Here's an active user down here as well. And to the far right, just notice that these three dots are always apparent to you. You can click on those and get to information about each of those users over here. So I can look at the groups that Mudasar is assigned to, and you can see I've assigned him to use licensing from all of my different groups that are available to me there. So again, I can also go in and say, so here's a fake user. I'm a user. I can go to the right here, and I can remove this user from my organization, which is important. As students move about, they may leave your school, or a employee may leave your organization. You can go ahead and remove them there. Again, you can reassign folks to help you to manage your software. And quite honestly, you're not going to use many of these other buttons that are available to you there. You won't be downloading licenses or anything like that, but you can switch somebody over to being an administrator of your account to help you out if you'd like. So again, they will appear in the list there. In my invitations here, you'll see that I have 5 invitations that are outstanding. I can go in here and start to remove them. I can look at details of them. So if I want to clean things up as I go, I can just remove them from the interface at that point. So I think that can be cleaned up over time. You can also do, like most anything in this environment, you can do this for multiple locations. So here you can see I can remove from there, and it will take me over to my invitations, so I continue to manage all of them there. So again, that is available to you. Um, Again, now that I've got user groups created over here, I can click and invite directly to a user group. It will be auto-filled, and just type in a username uh, and an email, excuse me, and a name, and send directly to invite to a specific group from my user groups in the dashboard. And again, those things are available to you. To manage your licenses. So as always, I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please see the feedback link in the description of this video and tell us what you think of the video. And Prodigy for Windows, ideas for improvement are always welcome. This is still a relatively new software, just over a year in age, so we can use any feedback that you have to help us to improve the software. And thank you for watching the video today. Bye-bye.